I'm Robert Pinsky. My apartment is in this old condo building here in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I welcome visitors. I'm of a generation for whom the epitome of cool was jazz musicians. Between the kind of Sinatra big band music that you heard in my parents' generation and rock and roll, the rhythmical complexity of jazz, the phrasing was so expressive, and expressive in a way it was the opposite of cliche. I started playing at about 13, going on 14. At some point I started playing kind of high school dances and bar mitzvahs and bars so that I earned enough money to buy a wonderful Buescher Aristocrat tenor. My daydreams and fantasies of being a great musician segued with surprising speed into fantasies and daydreams of being a great poet. The art of poetry for me is the art of composing a sequence of vowels and consonants and sentence sounds that will seem moving, meaningful, emotionally attractive, something you want to feel again and hear again, the way music does. For me, this is the core of what poetry is. What I'm doing in a poem is what I couldn't quite do with the horn. Here's this feeling, here it is now, here it is changed by that. It's, for want of any word, any other word, it's musical. In a way, writing is the wrong word for something like that. It's composed. But for me, a poem happens in time. A poem isn't simultaneous. A poem is something one says. And my definition of a poem may not encompass everything everybody means by a poem. My favorite definition of poetry is a social definition. J.P. Cunningham says in his book, in this book, what I mean by the word poetry is what a man wants when he goes into a bookstore and says, I'd like a book of poetry for a graduation present. All of these things I've made and made up, but that old saying, jack of many trades, master of none, I hope I'm master of one. So I make music, I make pictures, I make carvings, I made a play, I made a libretto. I hope they're pretty good. If I had to say, Robert Pinsky reporting, sir, here's what I have done, I would submit my selected poems.